first. You do want to go second in this matchup because you want to be able to find, give yourself more outs. Well, no, I think you want to go second. You don't want to get Badooed, right? Because that's what the Guardy player is going to try and do. They're going to go second. They're going to Badoo you. Reversal to the Darumaka and then pass over to Michael. Michael top decks a Ralts there. Has Buddy Poffin, Ralts, and Vessel. So pretty good hand, it looks like. Is that the Relor? Anti-Zorark Guardy? The Rabskilly? Hold up. The Rabsca? Oh, he's prized! No! Dude. Yeah, appreciate the 6 months there. QM Putter. Also appreciate the prime sub there. MPV. Welcome to the Rat Pack. Rabsca is prized. Yo, you can put a... Actually, it was kind of cool. For this matchup specifically... Oh, no, it doesn't work. Never mind. Well, actually, no, it could work. You can Bravery Charm your Relor, and then it can't be sniped down by Darmanitan. The Darmanitan snipe, and then you can Monkey Dory the damage over, and then evolve to Rabsca. Interesting. What do you think about Team Rocket's Mewtwo deck? Good cards. Probably not going to be great on release. You ready for the spider technology? Bro, who would be? What the heck? I mean, if there was a build that auto won... Ooh. Wait, is the hand dead there for Michael? It looked dead. Didn't get Badoo either. Or Cleffa. I don't know if Michael plays Cleffa. But didn't get Badoo or Cleffa. Oh, I guess Raps is also good against Mirror Match as well, right? Because you stop Screamtail, KO your Monkey Dories. But is it worth the bench space, I guess, is the question. I assume it would be. That also sounds kind of good for Mirror, yeah. You snipe their Monkey Dories. They can't snipe your Monkey Dories because of Rabsca. My question, I guess, at this point would be, oh, it is a TM Evo build, actually. We saw a TM Evo in the prize cards, right? Yeah, it is a TM Evo build. We see a TM Evo in the prize. Is it an Arvin build, I guess, is also a question. Okay, there it is. Pass over to Lucas, who has a pretty bad hand. Does have a Cypher Maniac, though. So you could retreat into Badoo here, and then Cypher Maniac to put... What do you even put on top? Has to be Team Evo if you're playing Rabsca. I don't know if that's true though, Jesse, because you could just Bravery Charm it. Doesn't that protect it often enough? And then you can, if it does get punched, you Monkey Dory the damage back over, then evolve to Rabsca. Yeah, I don't think it has to be a Team Evo build because of how Guardy works. But it is a Team Evo build, and it is the Cyrano build of Zorak here from Lucas. Lucas did just play this to a top 16, a top cut performance, top 16 asymmetrical cut performance in Milwaukee. So it looks like has stuck with the deck since then. Slow start here. I wonder if you ever consider conceding here as Lucas. Like, no memes. You're going to be so far behind at this point. If it is a heavy TM Evo build, though, here from Davidson, I wouldn't be surprised for Davidson to not be playing Cleffa, actually, for that reason. Because if it is a heavy TM Evo build, then there's no reason to really play... There's less of a reason to play the Cleffa. Not no reason to play the Cleffa. Actually, out of curiosity, I wonder if did William play the Cleffa in the Santiago build? Played Badoo, no Cleffa, with the double TM Evo. I almost feel like I like Cleffa before Badoo still, but yeah, it doesn't seem bad. Still allows you to slow down the game. There's a Devo. Wait, on whose side was there a Devo? I wasn't paying attention. Also, did we see... We did see the prize cards here. Yeah, who has a TM Devo? Was it Lucas or... Michael? Lucas has Devo? Okay, it's a good tech for Mirror Match. Besides that, the card is like pretty mid. It's okay. It can be okay against the other deck as well. So yeah, Michael's hand is dead. Michael definitely doesn't play Cleffa. Or maybe even Badoo. Team Evo off the prize card is actually pretty big though. So we can Team Evo next turn. We KO'd the Badoo here of Lucas with the Monkey Dory attack. Yeah, Michael didn't Poffin for Badoo, or maybe you never get Badoo here even if you play Badoo though as Michael. But I actually wonder, I wonder if Michael actually plays Badoo or Cleffa. right, Secret Box makes a ton of sense for Lucas to have put on top with the Cypher Maniac. Here comes the Secret Box. Ends Castle, Buddy Poffin. We're also going to get a tool card here. The tool card is kind of... doesn't really do a whole ton here. Ends Castle over the Artisan is interesting. What are we running into? Oh, we do have a Night Stretcher. Are we going to retreat back to Badoo? I don't even know if I like that, to be honest. Buddy Poffin coming in. Double Zorua on the way. I almost feel like Artisan makes a little bit more sense. I guess this is like fine. No, I guess like it's kind of awkward. Play the Cyrano as well. Get ahead of that. Oh, we get to also use Pheasantipity for draw power as well, which is nice. Ooh. Should we have Pheasantipity before the Poffin? Maybe not. If we're putting Fez on play, maybe we don't want a third Zorua on the bench. But honestly, maybe we do. I'm actually not sure about that. Because we could have Cyrano'd, got Pheasantipity before we played the Buddy Poffin if we're trying to set up triple Zoroark. I mean, I guess if Lucas draws into a Zorua and benches it, then he definitely made a misplay, but I don't know if he actually wants a third Zorua for this board state. Especially with putting down Fez so aggressively. Drew into an energy, which is nice. I guess no Artisan... you can't evolve. The more I think about this, I do kind of like this from Lucas. We also are getting... in my head, I was like, I don't know, is putting the Ends Castle in play that worth it to get into the Badoo here? But we did get the draw with Fez, which means we can get an energy attachment down, which is a really big deal. So yeah, I actually like this play from Lucas. I forgot about the Fez draw coming in. The Fez draw is actually huge. All right, Arvin top deck there from Michael. And does have... we are under item lock. Does have TM Evo here. But is up in prize cards. So this could lead to Lucas actually KOing both Kirlia on the next turn here. Secret Box and TM Evo getting lined up from Michael. It is a double TM Evo build, so it's a heavy Arvin TM Evo build. With the Rabsca. Third Ralts comes down. Okay. And then we're going to be able to get double Kirlia here. I guess we could have retreated into a Ralts and not lost our Monkey Dory here. Was that actually better? No, probably not. Probably rather have the Monkey Dory go down. If we lose like a Ralts and a Kirlia, then we're just a gust from losing our Gardevoir. First Zoroark out here from Lucas. So we're looking for a Snipe. I think we just want to Snipe. We got the Power Glass set up on our Zoroark. We're just missing a Dark Energy and a Darmanitan. However, for the build that Lucas is playing, Lucas doesn't play a ton of ways to find Darmanitan. If it's similar to the build he played in Milwaukee, does not have a ton of ways to find the Darmanitan. I think plays like, why not throw the 20? Off the Monkey Dory. There's no great place to put it now. I don't hate holding on to the 20 damage, I feel like. If you get Badooed again, then you can throw 30 on the Badoo. But if you put 20 over now, then you could get Monkey Doried back and it could end up somewhere else. Traded the black belt. Now we're trading the Turo. 4 cards found. Like I said, Dark Energy Darmanitan's pretty good, but it dies to Darmanitan? Yeah, but we don't know if we're getting Darmanitan, right? We might get Darmanitan. All right, the third Zorua did end up getting benched here from Lucas. Interesting. I didn't think this would happen at this point because now we're actually we bench locked ourselves out of... I don't like this play from... I don't like the extra Zorua here from Lucas. If we go the Badoo route... Yeah, why? I don't like that bench from Lucas here. Because now Davidson can isolate the Darumaka and Darmanitan, potentially. There's nothing forcing Davidson to KO this Badoo this early. There's Countercatcher on the Kirlia, and then Badoo's the Kirlia while we're trying to trap this in the active while we're trying to find... There's only 1 Psychic Energy in the discard pile. But all Davidson needs is Gardevoir Screamtail, which isn't like crazy, I don't feel like. Retreating back into the Monkey Dory here from Davidson. Now we should probably heal some of this damage off one of the Kirlias, I feel like. And there's the TM Evo going for double Gardevoir here. No Monkey Dory use here. I feel like we could have used the Monkey Dory here. Now that we have the damage split. I didn't hate saving it on the active there. All right, over to Lucas. Once again, looking for that Darmanitan, plus a Dark Energy. We still don't have the Dark Energy either. Here's the Buddy Poffin. Another Buddy Poffin to cycle. There's the Dark Energy, but no Darmanitan. Oh, hold up. Third Zoroark coming in. We're close. We are close. We just need one card here. Monkey Dory and Artisan. Once again, no Darmanitan. Of course, like I said, in his build, he doesn't play a ton of ways to find the card. We see the whiff here again. He could knock out the active here, actually. Actually, is that a mistake? Is that the mistake from Davidson? Because now you can actually die to Darumaka's attack. The thing here is, Lucas, though, is you don't want Badoo in play. You want Davidson to KO the Badoo. So there's the 10 from the Badoo. But Davidson does not want to KO the Badoo. Davidson wants to KO the Darumaka on the bench. Oh, and that would actually set up Davidson for the prize trade as well. Davidson's already drawn a prize card. I forgot about that. So if Davidson can just draw... Actually, no, maybe you don't care about Cam Badu here. Actually, I don't think we do care about Cam Badu here, because now we've just drawn the first 2 prize cards as Gardevoir. So we can just win this by going like Drifloon here or something. Or Drifloon Screamtail. We have a lot of ways to win this game now on Davidson's side, because we've drawn the first 2. It's actually going to be tough to win here from Lucas at this point. Lucas has to have 2 prize turns like every single turn from here on out. Yeah, I forgot about the early prize card we took off that initial Badu. And Davidson this turn doesn't have to like do anything crazy. You just want to do some damage. Has Clefairy in hand. Could attack with Clefairy here. Probably don't want to attack with a Gardevoir. But besides that, like just punching this turn. Has Drifloon as well, so could attack with Drifloon. If you attack with Drifloon, though, you give over like the Darmanitan 2 prize turn. So I feel like I like the attack with Clefairy here, because you can also heal the 30 off the Clefairy, right? And then keep it out of range of a Zoroark KOing it. I think the Clefairy KO here is definitely just better. If you attack with Drifloon here into the Zoroark, you give Lucas multiple plays to make, I feel like. Now Lucas can KO the Drifloon with his own Monkey Dory, or he can use find Darmanitan and use Darmanitan. Oh no, we used the Monkey Dory already to heal the 30 off the active. We have another energy in hand we could have attached to 170. Oh, I guess we always die to Reshiram, actually. I take it back. The Clefairy always dies to Reshiram, so maybe this is better. Okay, there's a draw with the Fez first from Lucas. We gotta draw something eventually here. An Iona was found. 3 trades to use. Yeah, I guess we would die to Reshiram anyway, so maybe this does make more sense. Lucas could get a 3 prize turn this turn now, though. Yeah, Lucas could go Monkey Dory. Yeah, this could be a 3 prize turn here for Lucas, which I kind of like. And Iona. Iona to disrupt the hand there from Davidson. Davidson's hand is huge. You also know the hand has Secret Box, so like any play is available to Davidson. Yeah, I like going for the Monkey Dory here from Lucas. Also, this forces Davidson to have to KO this damaged Zoroark, because otherwise that'll be fuel for Monkey Dory later in the game. Lucas is reconsidering. Oh, I guess though, hold up. If you do this play here as Lucas though, it allows Davidson to push a Gardevoir, and then Gardevoir does not get KO'd by a Zoroark. Now benching Reshiram potentially. Okay, Reshiram does make its way onto the field. So I guess the Monkey Dory isn't that good. If you had Turo plus Monkey Dory, that'd be interesting. He's going after the Monkey Dory here from Lucas. So looking for the Darmanitan, is going to look to go KO Monkey Dory, KO Drifloon. This is the second counter catcher, though, I believe, from Lucas. Lucas has to move damage from the Zoroark to not get sniped by Screamtail. I mean, you can still get sniped by Screamtail just with a Monkey Dory, right? Screamtail plus Monkey Dory. So if you're not KOing this Monkey Dory, then you're still going to be in trouble. I guess like here from Lucas, we could see... I guess Lucas could have gone counter catcher plus bench Monkey Dory and looked for KO Monkey Dory, KO Roltz, and just leave with Michael with 2 Gardevoirs off on an Iono. I actually don't hate that from Lucas. There's the TM Devo in the hand. Darmanitan was finally found. Last trade coming in. TM Devo's probably not going to be super high value here, although you do give that information now over to Davidson. It didn't matter this game, but it could matter in a future game. It still has an attached return, has a dark energy. Should probably, yeah, put that on the bench. Zoroark, the fresh one. And then I guess we're going to use Darmanitan here. KO Monkey Dory, KO Drifloon. We do not heal any damage off our benched Zoroark, though. So Screamtail will cleanly KO that next turn. There we go. Cycles the other energy back with the Power Glass. He's thinking about Drifloon versus Roltz. Now, if you do KO the Drifloon, it does put the energy back in the discard pile, which is maybe what Lucas is going to play around here. Does end up on the Roltz. Okay, so leaves the extra energy in play. That does trap 1 psychic energy in play, which could be a big deal for a potential Screamtail play here from Davidson. It does also leave the Drifloon in play as an attacking option. So Davidson could just go 1-hit KO your Zoroark with... yeah, 1-hit KO your Zoroark with Drifloon now, though, of course. All right, Top Deck Vessel is huge. That'll get a ton of energy in the discard pile with the research in hand. Also has the Arven, so could go for like a Secret Box play maybe instead. Honestly, Secret Box might be the play here from Davidson, because it would get everything you need for this turn to pull off a big play. Yeah, we'll see if Davidson goes for the research, just draws cards. But the secret box, and it looks like he is lining up the secret box play here as he's putting the Artisan and the ETM Evo to the front of the deck. We'll see though, and you also get like your follow-up supporter for next turn as well. Artisan, get the Nest Ball as well. Could get Fez and Dippity established. That would be pretty big, I feel like here. Honestly, if Davidson plays Fez, I'm actually curious to see what this list fully has in it. I assume there is Fez in there though. I do assume there is Fez. And you hold research for next turn. That is true. You could hold the research for next turn. Well, actually, do we have to discard research with the secret box? No, I guess we don't. Yeah, we could hold the research for next turn. So we could like put research and Iono in the hand to have options for next turn, or like research Arvin. But yeah, secret box seemed like the play here for sure. Davidson is still running through everything here though, trying to figure it out. The research would like theoretically progress the deck a little bit more aggressively, but you wouldn't guarantee a play this turn. Also, I feel like bumping the End's Castle and just establishing a an Artisan would be pretty good as well here. There we go. There's the Arvin. Here comes Secret Box TM Evo, I assume. Or maybe not. Hold up. Are we going to try and save the Secret Box here? Actually, it might just be going Ultra Ball, Bravery Charm, and then one hit KO the active Zoroark with the Drifloon. And then we get to save keep Secret Box in the deck. Thinking about grabbing Mew as well to have some kind of draw power in play. I'm a little worried for Davidson getting a warning here, to be honest. For time warning. Okay, so we're not going to commit to the Secret Box here. I'm going to keep the resources in the deck. I guess you kind of want to... What are we getting off this Ultra? So it has to be 1-hit KO with the active. The problem with this play for Davidson, though, is we're leaving damage in play on the bench Zoroark. Unless we're getting Screamtail off of this, and it looks like he is considering Screamtail. Dude, I still just feel like the Secret Box play was better, to be honest, from Davidson. You get to set up so much more. You get to get Artisan, so you get to get like a draw support and the Screamtail, and you get to Screamtail KO the bench. I feel like Screamtail KO the bench here is just so much better from Davidson. Because if you go this route as Davidson, then all of a sudden Monkey Dory is still active as an option for Lucas. We're going Drifloon KO active, but this lets Lucas... I mean, it doesn't, like, win Lucas the prize trade, but... Why no Fez? Because Mew is basically doing... not quite. You're only getting one off the Mew, actually. You just want some kind of draw power in play. I don't hate the Mew over the Fez. If you're going to get Iono down to 2, Mew's going to still be pretty effective. Lucas is out of counter catcher here, or has used 2. I guess Lucas could be playing 3 counter catcher. Lucas is down 2 counter catcher here. So that means Lucas, I mean, if he only plays 2, he can't go like Iono counter catcher KO the Mew and the Drifloon here. Yeah, Monkey Dory is still like a possibility here for Lucas. I guess it might not matter that much. Like if Lucas used Monkey Dory here to KO the active Drifloon, and then Davidson pushes up a 2-prizer, then Lucas still needs to take another knockout to win the game. But it would take away the possibility for Davidson to push a 1-prizer at the end of the game and take away that option from Lucas. Because otherwise, then Davidson could push up a 1-prizer and pass if Davidson whiffs game. And then Lucas has to have a gust around it. And you know, Lucas probably wants to use Iono this turn. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I think I would have liked to have seen Davidson just use Secret Box and just establish a better board. Put Artisan in play, which is like one more thing Lucas has to respect. You could get down Fez as well. Would it have been possible to get down Fez and Mew? No, right? But you could have got down Fez. And to KO Fez is Lucas. Also, yeah, because Lucas is out of counter catcher, so establishing Fez here just seems really good. Because Lucas is out of counter catcher. Or assuming, yeah, I'm assuming Lucas only plays the 2 counter catcher. So because Lucas is out of counter catcher here, Lucas can't go like Ursaluna KO Fez, counter catcher Iono, KO Fez, and move the damage off. And you could have Screamtailed as well. And you could have Screamtailed here as well as Davidson and KO'd the damaged Zoroark, which takes away options from Lucas. Because now Lucas can do weird things because you didn't KO. Lucas can do weird plays because you didn't KO the damaged Zoroark. If you KO the damaged Zoroark, Monkey Dory is just not an option for Lucas because there's no damage on board. And you choose when damage is on board. So yeah, I don't like that. I think Davidson should have committed to the Secret Box. Also, it's going to be hard if you're getting it Iono'd here, which we assume you're going to get Iono'd here. as Davidson, we're assuming you're getting Iono'd here. If you get Iono'd, your board is just less established to recover from an Iono, right? So yeah, I feel like Davidson should have just tried to get more into play. And it's going to be hard to use Secret Box as well. It'll be hard for Davidson to use Secret Box, I feel like, off of the Iono. I think bringing Screamtail will be better than Mew. I think if Davidson's going to do this play, I think the Mew is better than Screamtail. But I think I would have liked to have seen Davidson get Artisan, which gets the Screamtail, and then, which I'm pretty sure there was an Artisan in the deck to get. You get Artisan off Secret Box, which gets Screamtail, plus get Nest Ball, which gets Pheasantipity, draw with Pheasantipity, try and find an out to Mew, get Mew on the bench as well, and then you have Drifloon in play, Screamtail in play, Screamtail Snipe KOs the bench Zork, and you have Mew and Pheasantipity in play to go alongside it. That seems like, because now it seems pretty reasonable for you to draw poorly off an Iono. But hold on, do we have an Iono here for Lucas? I guess is also a question. Lucas was thinking about attaching to Darmanitan. I think Lucas's thought there was maybe Monkey Dory KOs. No, I have no idea what that was, to be honest. There's Cleffa traded out. There's the Monkey Dory, but I don't see an Iono. Maybe we can rip one off the prize cards. I forget if there's an Iono prize or not. Hey, see, this is the Monkey Dory play. This is what you gave over. This is the option you gave over to Lucas when you did not KO the damaged Zoroark. Do we have the Iono here for Lucas? Okay, we do have it. Okay. It was a big hand. I didn't see it, but we got it. And now our board is just less set up here as Davidson. There's no counter catcher, though. There's no counter catcher here because Lucas would like to go KO Drifloon plus Gus KO the Mew, take all the draw power off the board. So because there's a lack of, because there's so much, because the Mew survives, Davidson still has some draw power on board to work with under this Iono. Yeah, here comes the Monkey Dory. Wait, am I trolling? Does this knock out? No, this knocks out the Drifloon. I was like, wait, does this not knock out the Drifloon? Wait, what is Lucas cooking here? Is there a different play to be had? What? Dude, what are we doing? I was like, all right, bro, please, if you're taking this long to use Monkey Dory to KO Drifloon, please have a different play, bro. All right, there's the Guardy push over to Davidson now. Just needs Arvin would win the game. Screamtail with a Bravery Charm would win the game. Screamtail gets benched. Mew for 1. TM Evo. Gonna play the Vessel here. Search out some energy out of the deck. A lot of cards left in this deck here. Secret Box is in there, though. And Pheasantipity. Also the Rabsca. So we need a Screamtail. Oh, Monkey Dory wins the game, right? Screamtail Monkey does win the game here. Yeah. Because there is the damaged Zork still on the bench, yeah. Although I guess that is something now that Davidson gets to take advantage of, right? Because the damaged Zork is still in play, now it can be easier to close out the game on this turn through Screamtail, I guess. So I guess, I don't know, maybe that was the thought process here from Davidson. I guess I don't hate that choice as much then. And there's Secret Box, and there's Fez. Okay, that's everything. That's game. Nest Ball. Dude, just give him everything, bro. Bravery Charm is all you need, though. Take one off the Secret Box. All right, game 2 coming up. Lucas will get to go second in this one. Davidson gets it up there. Did not get to use the Rabsca technology. And this is definitely a matchup you want to use Rabsca against. For sure. This is a Rabsca matchup. Definitely. This is a Rabsca matchup. For sure. He never even showed the Rabsca. Oh, was he able to hide Rabsca the whole time? Does Lucas not know about the Rabsca? Yeah, I think he did. I don't think Lucas knows. So Lucas is unaware of Rabsca going into game 2. That's huge, actually. You appreciate the prompts there, Bunkle. Welcome to the Rat Pack. Did Lucas not throw there? Didn't Arvin's counter Mew and Charmanitan not just take 3? Taking 3 prize cards didn't win the game. Lucas had 4 prize cards left. He discarded the Relor. Oh, he did discard Relor? Okay. Don't worry, Rabsca will get prize again. All right, good. Also, like, looking back on that game, I think Lucas did waste a counter catcher. Lucas went for a counter catcher on a Curlia in the early game. I think that was a misplay from Lucas. I don't remember what happened with the second counter catcher. The second counter catcher was maybe fine from Lucas, but that could have been a mistake as well. The first counter catcher I think was definitely a mistake from Lucas. It was just like not like Michael has an energy or a supporter or something. There's like no way that thing is sticking. The counter catcher on the turn 2 or whatever was not sticking. And I feel like we're in a big enough of a panic situation to ever do that for sure. Relor in the opening hand here from Davidson. There's the Ralts flip over. Badoo flip over here from... Oh, Lucas chose first. Okay, Lucas did choose first. Interesting. I was going to say, I think going second is probably correct, but this is the Cyrano build, and the deck literally doesn't play like ways to find your Poffin anyways. So maybe this does make the most sense. I don't hate this. I'm actually not sure for sure. I actually don't know for sure which you'd want to go first or second. Because the only thing you gain by going second is you get access to Iono. But is a TM Evo build of Gardevoir? I don't know, actually. Versus Ben said in his guide that going first was correct with his build against Zoro. Against Cyrano Zoro, I could see it for sure. And we're assuming that is the build you'd go up against. It's the most popular way that people are playing Zoroark. Against Cyrano Zoro, I guess that probably makes sense to go first. Or as Cyrano Zoroark. But this is like TM Evo Guardy, which is like the only thing that gives me pause here is that this is TM Evo Guardy. So I feel like going second is maybe just more beneficial because the Gardevoir player is still going to Evo on the next turn. So yeah, I feel like with TM Evo Guardy versus Cyrano Zoroark, I feel like going second is better actually. Because the Guardy player is going to do what? Draw past turn 1, and then they're not going turn 2 Candy Guardy. They're going to go turn 2 Evo. But at Zoroark, now you have like, you can play a Cyrano ahead of pace, and then Iono next turn or something like that. Might be pretty close though. Cyrano coming out here though from Lucas. All the Zoroarks are hitting the field. Did they actually show the prize cards at all? Am I trolling? Okay, there were prize cards on that side. Nothing crazy. Counter catcher. Actually, Boss and Palpad. Boss is really good in this matchup. So Boss and Palpad being prized. I don't think they showed Davidson's prize cards. Trades are coming through here. We are looking for... Okay, Secret Box will do it. I was going to say we're looking for the Darmanitans. Secret Box will get us there. On that last trade. Counter catcher is still good for a turn here, I think. I would like to see Lucas probably hold the counter catcher. Oh, Iono is definitely good. Giving up Iono here is not good. I don't like that at all. That is just... Well, I mean, we're going to get another Iono off this, but we're going to run out of Ionos here. I don't like that at all from Lucas. Should definitely hold the Iono. Yeah, give up the Dark Energy or give up the... There's got to be something better to give up. Unfortunately, we're only going to get one Darmanitan on the bench here, though, from Lucas. So Davidson could just snipe it off the bench. I was going Boss, actually. Well, no, then we should definitely keep the Iono. Well... No, yeah, we should definitely... I do not like the Iono discard there. I don't like that. Iono's too good in this matchup. All right, into the Artisan here. Going to get our single Darumaka. Yeah, actually, no, the Darumaka snipe here is great for Davidson because Badoo's on board. And if Badoo's on board, then that's always like a free prize card later in the game. So Screamtail here. You don't even have to KO the Badoo here as Davidson. Oh, wait, we can actually take a knockout here as Lucas, though. I actually didn't even realize that. We can take a prize card here. But this doesn't put Davidson off the prize trade, though. Davidson still has the edge in the prize trade here. Because Davidson can go KO Darumaka. You could KO Badoo this turn, but you don't have to actually KO Badoo this turn as Davidson. You just could. We got Fez and Ultra Ball in hand here as well for Davidson. So we're going to see a lot of cards. We might even Fez first to try and draw energy to discard. But he's going to start with the Ultra Ball here. I guess you only need like 2 energy in the discard pile here as Davidson to go Screamtail KO Darumaka. And this is actually one of those situations where I think, yeah, KOing the Darumaka probably is just correct here, always. Yeah. Screamtail KO Darumaka is what we're going. Oh no, Screamtail's prize! No, they finally showed! Top prize cards are Team Evo and Artisan. Okay, we can't Screamtail being prized here is huge. Screamtail KO Darumaka is just, plus, you don't even have to Monkey Dory the Badoo this turn. You can just do that whenever you want to even out your prize trade. So now what are we looking for here is Davidson. Oh, wait, we don't care about Darumaka that much because we have Rabsca. Dude, I completely forgot about Rabsca. Yeah, so the play here from Davidson is I want to KO the active. Just nuke the active, I guess. No, but Screamtail was a good play this turn because of how little energy we have in the discard pile. But hold on. We just drew double... Oh my gosh! We just drew double Vessel Secret Box. All right, the active Zork is dead. Zork's dead. He's dead. The draw here from Davidson is insane. He's just gonna Drifloon nuke the Zork, bro. That's an insane draw. No, the Screamtail, yeah. The Screamtail was actually a pretty big deal that it was prized because it was an easy 2-prize turn of effective 2-prize turn. We can KO the Badoo whenever, but we have 1 energy in the discard pile. All we had was 1 energy in the discard pile there as Davidson. So Screamtail only needs 2 Psychics to KO the Darumaka, and then we can like Monkey Dory the Badoo later to effectively get a 2-prize turn. But also when you can just put 1,000,000 energy in the discard pile here, like Davidson's about to do, you're just gonna want to KO the active with Drifloon. And the active Drifloon KO active is like so good here for Davidson. It makes things so awkward for Lucas. You don't have End's Castle. I guess you have the mobility of the Badoo. So getting into you have the mobility of the Badoo. So getting to a Zork attack this turn is fine. But honestly, you probably want to go like Reversal Energy on Darmanitan. Yeah, Reversal Energy Darmanitan or something like that instead. Look at the hand there. Research. Ultra Ball TM Evo being targeted. Yeah, Research, Ultra Ball, TM Evo are the targets. Switching up the item, maybe Night Stretcher. Yeah, let's go for the Night Stretcher here. And then has access to Artisan. I mean, you'd like to get another Ralts on the bench here as well, I feel like. Oh, maybe that's why we went for the Night Stretcher. That's to get the Ralts, maybe. That's while getting used. We still haven't used Artisan. There we go. There's Artisan for the Drifloon. We still haven't attached for turn, so we can attach to Monkey Dory here. Oh, we could KO the Badoo to take away the mobility on Lucas's side of the field. And then Lucas, dude, that would make things so much more awkward. Actually, that seems pretty good, to be honest. Yeah. Party is weak here. Zork gets Retro Boss and he's actually cooking. No, because then the Drifloon just comes back and 1-hit KOs a Zork. You don't care about that at all. It eventually could build up to be relevant, but yeah, you have time to get your Guardy back into play. You still have like a free turn with your Drifloon. All right, burning a bunch of cards here. 4 to retreat the Guardy. So it looks like no second Ralts getting put into play this turn. You don't need a Ralts in play this turn, though. As Davidson, it would be next turn. He needs Monkey Boss Guardy. That won't work. There's no damage in play on the Zork side of the field. Bro, chat, you all have to remember how Monkey Dory works. The opponent has to put damage in play on your side of the field for you to use the Monkey Dory. I think you should KO the Badoo here as Davidson because it takes away... Oh, and we are getting aggressive for the next Ralts here as well. Okay. I kind of like the Monkey Dory take away the Badoo to take away the mobility to limit Lucas's options. It looks like just gonna go for the knockout. I also don't hate this. You do take away a bench space from Lucas, but this does allow Lucas to more easily use End's PP up. It's like one less card Lucas needs to activate End's PP up. Otherwise, Lucas would need like a Turo or something like that, or a Castle. Trade number 2 coming in. The hand's still not great here for Lucas. Ooh, and that's nothing. The hand's just dead, I think. Not dead. You can KO the active, but that's not good enough. KO the active here is not good enough. And there could have been that. Oh, we're gonna go with a scratch. Okay, there's the Turo on the Badoo to get that out of play. Gonna go with a scratch from the Zorua to get a prize card here. All right. Oh, and that's like another thing as well. That's so 2 things happened there. The Badoo could have not been in play here. Davidson could have KO'd the Badoo. But now we get to see the Turo on the Badoo from Lucas, which is a good play to get it out of play so it can't be a free prize card for Davidson. So really good play there from Lucas. And honestly, no, I mean, like that's like another play I didn't even think about as like a reason for Davidson to KO the Badoo now before it gets Turo'd out of play. And now we just all get Turo'd out of play. At first, the mobility use of it might have been good. Yeah, I think it was definitely just a mistake from Davidson. Like thinking about that play on top of the other plays that Lucas could take advantage of the Badoo. But even going into the scratch play, like Lucas could only scratch if Lucas didn't have Turo and just had another dead card in hand. Lucas wouldn't be able to scratch KO there. So yeah, I think definitely just a mistake there from Davidson to not Monkey Dory on that previous turn. Definitely a misplay from Davidson. The Badoo definitely should have gone down last turn. Now here for Davidson, things get a little bit more awkward because all of a sudden Lucas, yeah, Davidson can't get a 2-prize turn this turn. There's no 2-prize possibility here for Davidson. Now for Lucas to chain back-to-back 2-prize knockouts will be tough though. I almost feel here like as Davidson, I don't think you want to take a knockout. I don't think you want to give Lucas counter catcher. Like here's Davidson. I feel like you want to. You could Scream Tail, punch. You could just like put damage on the bench Zoroarks between Monkey Dory and Scream Tail or something like that. Yeah, I feel like you don't want to draw prize cards here as Davidson. I don't want to give counter catcher over to Lucas going into this next turn. Can't he Scream Tail plus Charm with Monkey and KO bench Zoroark? Oh, are we in range for that? Oh, if we're in range for that, then that works fine. Oh no, Scream Tail's prized. We can't because Scream Tail's prized. Lucas should have used Artisan last turn. Maybe. I don't know if Lucas wants to put down another Darumaka in this situation, or if it's necessary for us to put a Darumaka down, actually. Yeah, because our Mantan's not that big of a threat anymore with Rabsca in play. No, I actually don't hate not using Artisan there as Lucas. Unless there was a way for us to get another Zorua in play, maybe. Like, getting another Zorua in play would have been pretty good. Yeah, Scream Tail's prize. Otherwise, yes, Scream Tail plus Monkey Dory would have been pretty good here, yes. But yeah, now here from Davidson. Oh, so we can't even Scream Tail the active. Honestly, what if we, as Davidson here, what if we attacked with Monkey Dory into the active Zorua and then moved 30 damage from the Gardevoir over to the Darumaka or a Zoroark? That's ruined the discard. Yeah, but if it could be like Super Audit plus Artisan or something. Our Drifloon's getting put back into play here as from Davidson. I don't know if Davidson plays a Turo. Probably not. I would assume if you're fitting all this Rabsca stuff in here, you probably don't play Turo. Would be my assumption. I don't even know if you're playing a supporter or if you're playing a supporter this turn as Davidson either. You might just be chilling. Wait, was that a Super Rod from Davidson? How did we get the Drifloon back? Going to an Iono? Okay. It was a Super Odd. Interesting. So probably plays 2 Night Stretcher, 1 Super Odd. Thoughts on Bundle and Guardy? Bad. Did he switch Cleffa and Do for Rabsca? No clue. Oh, you mean like from Azeveto's list? Well, Azevedo didn't play Cleffa, so that wouldn't have been, that card wouldn't have been one of them. All right, we're going to the Drifloon here from Davidson. So we're going for the KO here. Interesting. I don't like this though, because this gives Lucas counter catcher. I don't like giving Lucas counter catcher. I do not like taking a knockout here at all. I think we should have somehow put damage in play, but not taking a knockout here as Davidson, because now I feel like Lucas is in a really good spot to actually win this game. And there's Cypher Maniac in. Oh my gosh, the hand here from Lucas is also insane. Yeah, don't get the Darumaka. Screw that guy. All right, cool. Yeah, Lucas has Cypher Maniac plus Pheasantipity, yeah, and Reshiram. So we're just gonna go Gus KO Guardy here as Lucas, and then look for Ursaluna Boss or Counter Catcher KO Pheasantipity. That's a pretty big mistake there from Michael to take a prize card. I think taking a prize card there was just always... It's just you giving counter catcher over to Zoroark feels... Why would you ever want to do that? You just don't want to ever do that. Especially in this situation where you don't have like the Badoo down. Well, this goes all back to like Michael's first mistake of not KOing the Badoo. If Davidson had just KO'd the Badoo, we'd be fine. Yep, there's the counter catcher coming in from Lucas. Maybe trying to get Scream Tail off the prize cards. It's not worth it. I don't think you can play into this. They said Davidson should have just like Monkey Dory punched the active plus push damage to the bench Darumaka. I think is definitely what Davidson should have done. There's Darmanitan, doesn't really matter. There's the Reshiram, has the Dark Energy and Counter Catcher in hand as well. I mean, we're not all the way there for Lucas. Lucas does need to pull together the KO on the Pheasantipity on the following turn. This is another piece that Davidson needs now. Now Davidson needs to find a Gardevoir EX to make a big play happen next turn. Boom, there's the Reshiram knockout down to 2 prize cards. So Lucas now wins the game with Boss Ursaluna. So here from Davidson, did Davidson get the Screamtail off the prize cards? I don't think so, right? I think it's still cooked. I think it's still prized, still cooked, still prized. Or did we get it? Starting with the Fez draw. Oh, he got Monkey? Okay, okay. I think Davidson's getting a warning. I think Davidson's probably getting a warning here. Maybe? Or maybe they're unsure about how things happened. Oh, okay. I think they thought there was a gameplay error. There's not. I was like, I think Davidson might be getting a warning here, but I don't think he is. I think it was just they thought there was a gameplay error. All right, Walt's getting search out here from Davidson. Davidson can now use Countercatcher, though. So the play I would like to see here from Davidson is... Oh, there's just not a good play. No, maybe there is. Okay, I think what I want to see from Davidson here is Countercatcher. All right, if we can get whatever we want. Countercatcher Reshiram, Iono, punch Reshiram, but don't KO it. You don't want to give Lucas Countercatcher again, is what I want to avoid here. The question I think is also, does Davidson play Countercatcher? Because I don't think I've seen one yet. My assumption would be... Wait, why would we even put another Ralts in play here as Davidson? Why does that matter? When if Lucas KOs another Gardevoir, the game is over. Shouldn't we have left the bench space open? Okay, Reshiram doesn't give Countercatcher. No, but I don't want to give Fez Draw either. I don't want to give Draw Power. I don't want to give Fez Draw either. So and also then you'd have to also move the Reshiram. It's like +1 card you need. You don't have Fez Draw and you need to move the Reshiram. So I think that's what I want to see here from Davidson. Bring up Reshiram or Darmanitan. I don't really know if it matters which one you bring up. In case they kill Kirlia. Oh, true. I guess we don't have a Gardevoir yet. That is... No, we have Ultra Ball in hand though, right? Or are all the Gardevoirs in the discard pile? Maybe all the Gardevoirs are in the discard pile. Energy to Fez just to make sure we can move it, I guess. If there's a Gardevoir in deck here, then benching a Ralts never makes any sense. Dude, I think there is a Gardevoir in deck. Am I trolling? Oh, not benching Gardevoir here from Davidson is also really good, though. Oh, wait, this is actually setting up really well for Davidson. Maybe we don't even need to Iono here, depending on how many cards are in Lucas's hand. You could just play Research. Yeah, we just don't put Gardevoir in play, and then you punch... Oh, it's even better than I thought to do the play. If you just punch the Reshiram and don't put a Gardevoir in play, we don't activate Ursaluna as well on top of everything else. And there's the Countercatcher. Yeah, just don't put Gardevoir in play. So we go Countercatcher. Countercatcher. Up the Reshiram, punch it. Ursaluna's not active. We don't have a Gardevoir in play. You can't use Darmanitan. Countercatcher's not active. Okay, yeah. You don't get to draw with Fez. Actually, if we get a KO, then Fez draw plus would activate Ursaluna. Yeah, the play's even better than I thought. At first, I was all in on punching Reshiram, but now I'm like, punching Reshiram is just broken. There we go. Bring up Reshiram and punch. That's it. There is a bunch of ways to move the Reshiram still available for Lucas, but this is definitely the best play. The only other consideration from Davidson should have been to maybe Iono. Yeah, the only other consideration here from Davidson would maybe be to Iono instead of Research. 6 minutes left. That is a pretty big hand there for Lucas. Trade number 1 coming in. Now Lucas needs to find out... Oh, we have Turo in hand. I was going to say, we need to find Turo. Lucas has Turo. So I think as soon as you Turo the Reshiram here, I think Michael should concede. Although there's not that much time left for game 3, so I don't even know if you want to concede. Because Zork's going to be the faster deck. You definitely Turo this Reshiram here, though, as Lucas. He's thinking about using the Artisan. Does use it. I don't even know if there's anything to grab. We're probably just using it to shuffle the deck. Does you lose to Dory Boss? Michael doesn't play Boss. Oh, Dory on the other side? Sure, yeah. Dory, Dory, Boss, Ends Castle, sure. But yeah, you're fine with losing to that. You're also fine with losing to that. It's a fine thing to lose to. Does Backdraft not do enough damage? Right here? You could Backdraft, yeah. But Attack with Zork is also fine. There's the Turo. Zork gets pushed. Yeah, I hear as Davidson, you would concede if you feel like you have enough time left, but less time in game 3 does favor Lucas, or like more time in game 3, I should say, favors Lucas. Reshiram gets put back down. Power Glass gets put into play. There's the End's Castle. Just burning cards here before potential Iono, and then here just comes the punch from Reshiram from Lucas. The more time there is in game 3 at this point favors Lucas because there's not enough time for Gardevoir to win, but there needs to be enough time for Lucas to draw 6 prize cards. So now the play from Davidson, honestly, the play from Davidson might just be the same play though, if you can find a way to bump the End's Castle. There's the counter catcher. Do we have a way to bump the End's Castle though is the question. And you have an Iono. I'm actually not sure what's left. You could try and make the same play happen here from Davidson. Iono, bring up Reshiram, bump the End's Castle. I guess you could just... No, you can't. If you leave one prize on the active, you just lose. Is there another attacker set up on Lucas's side of the field, though? I don't know if Lucas has another attacker set up here. If there's not, then... Because Lucas didn't bench the Ursaluna. When in doubt, we Mind Bend. Could go for the Mind... Oh, there's a Zoroark on the bench with a Dark Energy. Okay, Davidson... If Davidson has an Iono, Davidson could just go 1-hit KO active plus Iono. There's no attacker set up on Lucas's side of the field, but Lucas does have Fez plus a Zoroark for draw power, so you draw quite a few cards. The Mind Bend honestly seems pretty weak here. Goes with the Fez bring up off the counter catcher. Has Iono, and then there's the Iono. But I don't know. Oh, I guess Fezandipity is stuck, right? Fezandipity is stuck. Fezandipity can't move under End's Castle. It's the only Pokemon that can. So this works, I guess. And then you retreat to Gardevoir and punch it with Gardevoir, but don't KO it. Good draw with Fez here as well, still from Davidson. Oh wait, does Clefairy survive? You can punch with Clefairy for 200 with a Bravery Charm, and it doesn't get KO'd back. Wait, Clefairy's insane here. Clefairy Bravery Charm is insane. It survives. Got to be a warning to Davidson by now, surely. It's definitely close. Lucas did draw a prize card last turn, right? We could draw with Fez here as Davidson still. Yeah, it's got to be close to giving a warning to Davidson. You might already have a warning at this point, to be honest, as well. Yeah, the Loon was KO'd, yeah. Clefairy is weak. Is not weak to that, you know. Clef loses to Bear. No, because we're not drawing a prize card. There's still 3 prize cards left. Also, you have to move the Fez and have an energy for the Bear, which would be hard to do to begin with. But you can't even do that because Davidson's not drawing a prize card here. Fez for 3. Okay, could use the Vessel here just to burn cards. There's 2 to the active. 4. Move 3 over from the active to somewhere. I don't know where you move this. Puts it on the Zoroark. Okay. Monkey Dory is still a live play here from Lucas, I guess. If you just heal 30 damage off the active Fez with Monkey Dory, then Michael can't KO it next turn. NSP up and PP up in hand. Trade number 1 coming in from Lucas. This is big. Vessel and End's, or not Vessel, Night Stretcher and End's Castle. Night Stretcher came back Dark Energy, but I think that's it. But that would combo with the Monkey Dory. The Monkey Dory could be big here for Lucas for sure. Yeah, 2 counter catcher gone. So that's, I think there's probably only 2 counter catcher in the deck. So you're not afraid of counter catcher anymore. Doing a Dark Energy count as well, a full energy count. Clefairy is weak to metal. It does not die on board right now. Even if we can move the active. Trade number 2 coming in. Giving up the End's PP up seems fine. Yeah, that seems fine. That or the End's Castle. It's got to be one of the 2. I don't know if Davidson has another Artisan left to work with. Yeah, giving up End's PP up definitely seems fine here. Lucas is stressing it, though. I think there is 1 Artisan left. So that's why Lucas wants to keep around the other End's Castle. He's doing a final check. Also, nothing's getting gusted here as Lucas. You should know that Davidson does not have another counter catcher. Giving up the NSPP up. The draw is... Oh! It's bad! It's bad! Does he just win? No, wait. We can retreat. We can at the very least retreat. No, wait. Does he... Is that game? No, it's not game. It's not game. We don't have a way to one-hit KO the active here as Davidson. We can move the active. The active then does die to Monkey Dory. But Davidson does not have another way to KO a Pokemon. So the Night Stretcher here should just win you the game here as Lucas. The game, you should just win here as Lucas. The only thing that's going to beat Lucas at this point is time. Does Lucas have enough time to win the game? Could be a question here. Because 3 seconds left because Davidson could just retreat to Pheasantipity here. And like pass. Time is called. That means Lucas should have been turn 0 there. If the timer on screen is correct. Lucas is turn 0. They should like put that on the screen somewhere. They should make that a graphic on the screen on the bottom. It should be like a turn counter. To make it obvious to whose turns it is. I'll tell Chip about that. Yeah, Michael can so Lucas has one more turn left. So Michael can just retreat to Pheasantipity here. Can go Iono, retreat to Fez Pass, I think. Lucas has at least one boss left, maybe 2. He's gonna draw his tail from prizes when Monkey'd already KO Fez. Oh no, but there's no bench space. It doesn't matter if you get tail from the prize cards. I was like, oh my gosh, that's genius, but it doesn't matter. There's no bench space for Davidson. Reloads and energy on the Clefairy. Interesting. Moves 30 to the active. Yep, makes sense. And then just pass. And the question is, can Lucas find boss? Pass, draw for turn. We have 2 trades, and there's the boss. Lucas takes game 2, and we end in a tie here. Lucas with the Zoroark versus Davidson with the Gardevoir.